On the night of the party, somebody who did not want to be heard climbing those steps went to a great deal of trouble to break into Harlan Thrombey's rooms. The game is afoot. Hey, Watson?
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 highest paid British actors.
Sorry about him. He doesn't understand what it's like, lying there day after day.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at celebrated British actors who have taken home significant salaries during their careers. Let us know in the comments who your favourite British star of the big screen is. Number 10. Kate Winslet. Worth roughly $65 million as of 2021, Kate Winslet has been a household name ever since she starred opposite Leo in Titanic.
Mr. Dawson,
Jack.
Jack? I want to thank you for what you did. Not just for pulling me back, but for your discretion.
You're welcome.
But she's done a lot since then, most recently starring in HBO's Mayor of Easttown, for which she was paid a handsome sum of $650,000 per episode.
I understand, but I'm a detective sergeant, which means I investigate the burglaries and the overdoses and all the really bad crap that goes on around here.
With 7 episodes in total, that's over $4.5 million for the entire series. That's more than double the $2 million she was widely speculated to have earned from Titanic.
I'm flying! Jack!
With her leading role in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, alongside Jim Carrey, Winslet cemented herself as a major talent capable of nailing any role.
Sometimes I think people don't understand how lonely it is to be a kid. Like, you don't matter.
Number 9. Henry Cavill. The first superhero actor on our list, Henry Cavill, shot to worldwide fame after taking on the role of Superman in 2013's Man of Steel.
You let them handcuff you?
Wouldn't be much of a surrender if I resisted. And if it makes them feel more secure, then all the better for it.
It's been reported that he took home $300,000 for that film, though some outlets circulated a bizarre rumour that he got a $14 million payday in 2017. $300,000 is much more reasonable for a relatively unknown actor taking on such a big role. His salary only went up from there, with him getting paid around $20 million for Justice League.
The world needs you. Doesn't need you. Tell me. Do you bleed?
However, Cavill's perhaps more famous now for another role, Geralt of Rivia. Though The Witcher's second series wasn't as warmly received as the first, Cavill renegotiated his salary and took home $1 million per episode.
That would be your mistake then. Why wouldn't you travel by main road?
It's hard to make a living on main roads.
And you desperately need money for new clothes.
Number 8. Sir Anthony Hopkins.
She told me that you'd threatened her physically.
Me? Physically? Obviously, she has no idea what she's talking about.
Though Hopkins has had a long career and many celebrated roles, including most recently The Father, in which he starred alongside Olivia Colman, one role defines him above all others: Hannibal Lecter.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Not only did Silence of the Lambs take home Oscars for Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Screenplay, but both of its leads also won that year.
That expires in 1 week. You're not real FBI, are you?
I'm still in training at the academy.
Jack Crawford sent a trainee to me.
To this day, Hopkins has made the most money for his portrayals of Hannibal Lecter, with his biggest salary coming from 2002's Red Dragon. He got $20 million to reprise the role for the third time and hasn't been paid that much since.
And then it hit me. Liver, kidney, tongue, thymus. Every single victim lost some body part used in cooking.
Have you shared this with the Bureau?
He's still one of the most talented actors in the world, though. Number 7. Robert Pattinson. After spending the better part of a decade doing critically acclaimed indie films like Good Time and The Lighthouse, Pattinson returned to the world of franchise blockbusters in 2022.
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
For The Batman, he took home an initial salary of $3 million, which is extremely low for a movie of this caliber. However, in the past, Pattinson has taken home some record salaries.
It's alright, I can take it.
He says that now.
Focus, Bella, or he's gonna be hurting.
Edward, I'm not ready to do this yet.
For the final 2 Twilight movies, he took away a combined salary of $80 million and earned close to $400 million for the whole franchise. It's likely this huge payday that has enabled him to pick and choose his projects since Twilight ended.
Beautiful. This is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Number 6. Keira Knightley.
Good Lord, Miss Elizabeth, did you walk here?
I did. I'm so sorry, how is my sister?
She was no stranger to the franchise blockbusters by the mid-2000s, having already appeared in The Phantom Menace. But taking on the role of Elizabeth Swann in the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies sent Keira Knightley's career to new heights. They made her the highest paid actress in Hollywood for a time, as she took home millions for the initial Pirates trilogy. They even paid her £3 million for appearing very briefly in the 5th movie in the series in 2017. Interestingly though, despite these high salaries, Knightley has said she gives herself an income of just £30,000 a year, so she doesn't become out of touch.
Well, I suppose if it is worthless, then there's no point in me keeping it.
Number 5. Daniel Radcliffe.
Come on, Tom. Let's finish this the way we started.
Together.
As the lead in one of the highest grossing and most successful movie franchises in history, Daniel Radcliffe took home millions. He got $25 million for each part of the Deathly Hallows, for a total of $50 million just for the finale. Even back during Philosopher's Stone, Radcliffe was paid $1 million. Not bad considering he was only 11.
Curious. Very curious.
Radcliffe also still gets royalties from Harry Potter merchandise, though nobody knows what the exact agreement is or how much he gets from this annually. This fortune has given Radcliffe the freedom to do a wide array of smaller projects and indie films, including the absurd 2016 movie Swiss Army Man, where he played a corpse.
Hey! Whoa! Please! Please somebody take me. You okay?
Number 4. Daniel Craig. In recent years, Craig has become infamous for constantly asking for a higher salary each time he returns to the role of James Bond, a role he's consistently said he doesn't like.
I see you left this final question blank. What is your occupation?
Well, that's not the sort of thing that looks good on a form.
Beloved as Bond is as a pop cultural icon, Craig isn't the first Bond star to hate the character. Sean Connery also quit the role because he didn't like being typecast. For Spectre and No Time to Die, Craig took home $25 million each.
3 weeks training? Really?
More or less.
Still gonna need that car. Salute.
Salud.
No Time to Die had a production budget of around $250 million, which means 10% of the budget went to Craig. Rumours also suggest that he's going to be paid a total of $100 million for the upcoming sequel to Knives Out as well.
My presence will be ornamental. You will find me a respectful, quiet, passive observer of the truth.
Number 3. Christian Bale. Yet another British Batman, Christian Bale made a huge amount of money from Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy in the 2000s.
Little fight now. I like that.
And you're gonna love me.
For all 3 of his legendary appearances as the Dark Knight, Bale took home a combined $54 million, including performance bonuses. As well as those paychecks, Bale made some other demands too, specifically that he'd quit if Nolan ever introduced Robin to the franchise.
Where is he? I don't know where he is. He found us. He must have friends. Friends? You met this guy? Someone knows where he is.
But he's been paid less in some of his more recent films, with a $2.5 million salary for 2013's American Hustle.
These are the roles that we were meant to play.
We're very selective.
You got a strong application. We'll talk about it.
None of his projects have given him the same salary as Batman, but that's understandable. Bale remains a critically acclaimed and in-demand actor. Number 2. Dame Judi Dench. Her net worth is $45 million, but the details of exactly how much Dench has been paid for her many decorated roles are thin on the ground.
Who the hell do they think they are? I report to the Prime Minister, and even he's smart enough not to ask me what we do.
Still, we know it must be a lot, especially for her 7 different outings as M in the Bond franchise. She also can't have come cheap for the Cats movie, though that film boasted many other expensive names among its cast.
So, first, your memory I'll jog and say a cat is not a dog.
Considering she was one of its biggest stars and it had a budget of $300 million. She surely took home a lot, and she never even watched the film. Despite her wealth and stature, Dench has also spoken out against Hollywood's infamous gender pay gap.
Would you care for a drink?
Thank you. Your predecessor kept some cognac in the top.
I prefer bourbon. Ice?
Number 1. Sacha Baron Cohen. We don't know precisely how much Baron Cohen was paid for the Borat subsequent movie film, but we do know that Amazon stumped up a huge $80 million for the rights to stream it.
I prepare my daughter for market, and I am looking for a suitable cage for her.
Okay, a cage. This is pretty nice one
here.
Considering it only had a budget of $20 million at most, that means Cohen himself must have gotten a lot. He's also entitled to more than your average film star because he writes and produces many of his biggest vehicles, including The Dictator and Bruno, making him more able to negotiate such huge payouts.
My name is Borat. I like you. I like sex. It's nice. This is my country of Kazakhstan.
Though many of Cohen's movies have been flops, notably Grimsby, others have been a massive success.
I search in nearby village. Tuta!
But for some reason, the streets were completely empty.
Tuta! Stop hiding!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.